What a 24 hours it has been. What started as rain in the metro slowly turned into big, heavy snow. Now, everybody's trying to dig out of this deep snow.
Well, let's start with a live look at that house. Looks really nice and warm.
Yeah,
it's Ballerina, that's right. But you can see in the distance, it's just got that glow. Like it's, when it snows, it looks brighter outside than parts of the night. It's really great. A dense fog advisory has been issued for much of the metro area, Palmer Divide and northeastern plains until 9 a.m. Reduced visibility and likely slicker, icy roads will make for some difficult driving.
It's a rough day in a lot of parts, especially the western metro. Rough day in Boulder, where police tweeted about some buses that got stuck trying to climb a hill today. You're looking at the intersection of 19th and Norwood near North Boulder.
Berthoud Pass is closing overnight starting at 11 p.m. CDOT will close the section of road between Berthoud Falls to Winter Park. The closure is to give road crews the safest way to clear the roadway. The pass should reopen by 5:30 a.m. in time for all the ski traffic.
DIA seeing some big impacts as well today. 900 delays in and out of Denver and about 172 cancellations.
So let's bring in Lauren Robinson. And Lauren, Puxatawny Phil yesterday said early spring. So either he's full of it or he predicted a spring-like storm coming early. Which is it?
Sure. I don't pay too much attention to poor Puxatawny Phil, mostly because I stumble so much over his name. But, I try to do my own homework. And as far as the snow that has pushed its way across Colorado through most of the day, it was very heavy across the Front Range, foothills, and into the high country, that wet, heavy, slushy snow, and it's still continuing off to the west. Let's go ahead and take a look at some snow totals so far because we're not done yet. Crested Butte reporting 2 feet of snow, 19 inches in Crescent Village, 16 inches in Morrison. Genesee reporting just over 14.5 inches, 14.5 in Skyway. Loveland Pass seeing 14 inches, 12 in Louisville and Copper Mountain, 11.5 in Monument. Ken Carroll and Keystone reporting 11 inches, 10.6 in Arvada. DIA even reporting 5.5 inches. And we're going to continue to accumulate west of Denver, though that snow has really slowed its way down across the metro area. Let's go ahead and take a look at our HD Doppler radar, where we are still seeing those snow showers. It's still that north and south line just west of the I-25 corridor, and then we're still watching those spotty thunderstorms off to the east, where temperatures have just been too warm for any of that precipitation across the plains to fall as snow. So we've been seeing some lightning, thunder, rain showers there. Denver drying up for the evening, but again, off to the west, especially foothills areas, we're going to monitor that snow just continuing to build as we go into the evening hours. The good news is a lot of our winter weather alerts have been allowed to expire, so we have some winter storm warnings in red left, mostly around 2 to 6 inches of accumulation, and then one winter weather advisory near Steamboat Springs. That's going to be around 1 to 4 inches. That'll continue through tomorrow. What'll also continue through tomorrow is going to be these dense fog advisories. One of them is going to include Denver, that gray area to the left there. We're going to expect visibility to reduce to around a mile or less. And then across northern portions of the plains, we're going to see that visibility limited to around a quarter mile or less. So experiencing all of the snowstorm out there, we do have 9 News reporter Janelle out. Where are you, Janelle? It looks like in Golden.
That's right, Lauren. I'm actually off of I-70 off the Morrison exit, and we have just been seeing so much on the roads today because of the snow. Like you can see, still coming down. We've seen cars abandoned on the side of the road, stuck with their hazards on, and of course, drivers slipping and sliding on their way to their destinations. But for at least one driver, they saw the snow as a learning opportunity. Take a look at this. The Linebergers decided to take advantage of the snow for a driving lesson. 15-year-old Reese tells us he just got his permit today and was itching to get behind the wheel. He was
It's hard. It's like I can't see much. I can't see the roads. The only thing I have is depth perception from like the barriers.
You feel it slide.
Yeah, I have felt it sliding. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Why is it not stopping?
Why is it not starting?
Reese was learning some valuable lessons from his mom, like how to get unstuck in the snow. Her advice was to put it in reverse and then give it another go, which was actually some advice me and my photographer, Mark Zaletta, used a little bit today. We were one of the lucky ones to get out of some sticky situations, but again, some drivers weren't so lucky. as seen from the abandoned cars still out on the roads today.
Yeah, I know it's been a rough day for you guys on the roads too. Janelle, we know there's been a lot of road closures today. 36 was closed at some point in the eastbound lanes. I know 70 near 470, that whole area. It looks like traffic's moving behind you okay at this hour, at least on 70, yes?
Yeah, right now it's moving, but honestly, just an hour ago, it was amazing that we even got to this spot as quickly as we did because it was just jam-packed with people probably trying to get to the mountains, probably trying to get home who have been stuck here for some time while I-70 was closed. But yes, luckily traffic is moving now.
Janelle, my secret is keep it in low gear or second gear instead of starting from first gear. Then maybe you don't have to reverse it and gun it, but that's just my tip.
Driving lessons with Marshall. We should connect him with that kid that was learning to drive. Janelle, thank you. All right, so today some protests against Mike Johnston's first veto as Denver mayor, and the protesters said the snowy backdrop helped them make their point. Johnston vetoed City Council's decision to end encampment sweeps when the temperature is colder than 32 degrees. In a letter to Council, Johnston defended this decision, saying, among other things, the bill would restrict the city's ability to get people who are homeless into shelter for 4 months of the year.
We want to show you, it's like, this is what would be if you were houseless and the cops came and started enforcing the camping ban on you. You would have to get out of your tent, under your blankets, take everything you own and break it down.
Johnston's office says that sweeps will not happen in cold weather without temporary housing, except in situations that put public health and safety at risk. City Council passed the ban on cold weather sweeps with a 7-6 vote. It will require 9 votes to override the mayor's veto.
A former Republican state lawmaker who advocated for school choice has died. Keith King served in the state legislature at a time when Republicans had much more power at the state capitol. The details about King's illness were not disclosed. He was one of the top Republicans in the state house 20 years ago when I met him while working in Colorado Springs. After he left the legislature, he served on Colorado Springs City Council. I found a neat tidbit while reading an old biography on his website. Before politics, in 1977, Keith King opened the first of several waterbed palace stores. King was 75 years old.
So despite all the messy conditions out there was still a little fun to be had today.
Fun if you mean getting a quite furry animal soaked in the snow and then you get to put them in your car afterwards. Our Evan Krugel got to experience a unique Goldens in Golden.
Wintertime in Golden is typically a quiet time in this old mining town along Clear Creek. And on any other Saturday, the slush might have kept people indoors.
It's the best day ever, and I don't even care about the weather. It's so great.
But Katie Ford and her dog Rilo were not going to miss this. Thousands of soggy doggies living their best life at the annual Goldens in Golden event.
I just feel like my heart's exploding. They're so cute. Every one of them is just so cute.
Good boy, you gonna get a treat?
Charlie Alfrey brought Boss all the way from Florida.
There you go, bud.
Just for the event, and he wasn't the only dog here seeing snow for the first time.
If you could see the smile on his face, it's bigger than ours.
Pup cups, pup cups.
It's the first year it's ever snowed during Goldens in Golden, but organizers say canceling it was never an option.
It just shows how much people love this event if they're willing to brave the weather and come see us.
Yeah, you should be prepared for it because it's Colorado.
And while it might be hard to smell through your TV, the scent of soaked pups was well worth it.
You ready for your close-up, Goldens?
As they lined up for the cutest photo of the year.
Here we go.
A golden photo op, capping off a wet and wild day.
Yeah!
The smell of wet dog.
I can smell that video. Evan is wrong. I can smell that video.
That is such a fun event, though. I don't know if anybody's ever been to it. I went. I don't even have a golden retriever, and it's so delightful. And then in the snow.
Yeah, anytime you're around a bunch of pets like that, it's great.
Yeah, and people are just happier around them.
The smell, though.
It's the smell.